a new weapon sent by Germany to Ukraine, which is an anti-aircraft weapon. It is known that many countries have supported Ukraine with military weapons, and since you always ask me for military episodes, I try to follow the latest weapons that suddenly appear in the war. Among these weapons, which Ukraine recently acquired, are 50 Leopard tanks, which are German anti-aircraft tanks. We will see them today and learn about them. Then we will move on to the Skynex weapon, which is an air defense system that can fire 1,000 rounds per minute. In conclusion, we will see the advanced French Caesar Howard artillery, which fires all NATO standard shells, 155 caliber. Welcome. Before I start, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. An important note when I present the most prominent weapons that appear in the Ukrainian-Russian war. I have no intention of promoting one side without the other. For example, show advanced Russian weapons or Ukrainian weapons or others. My military seminars focus on the size of military development in countries in general, so that we have knowledge of the military capabilities of the most powerful countries without any other goal. Lastly, you can watch all the military episodes through the playlist on our military episodes. It is known that Germany supports Ukraine with ammunition and a variety of weapons, most of which are light, and now it wants to support it with heavy weapons such as armored vehicles and cannons. For the German government, a decision was made to send heavy weapons such as tanks and cannons to Ukraine, but after pressure from the United States, other allies, and Ukraine, Berlin decided at the end of last April to support Ukraine with weapons. For him, Germany will send 50 Gebers tanks, but let us see the capabilities of this tank. Tank is an anti-aircraft tank equipped with 2 cannons of 35 caliber. It can be used against fighters and helicopters up to a height of 3,005 meters (100 meters), and can also be used against armored vehicles as well. This German gun was developed in the 60s and entered service in the 70s of the last century. It has been upgraded several times using the latest hardware. This cannon formed the backbone of air defense and for many years was a basic air defense weapon for the German army. The same applies to the Dutch and Belgian armies. Of course, Germany used to use this cannon until the year 2000. Only Romania is the only country whose army is still using the Gepard tank. The system carries a general search radar above and behind the turret of the vehicle. It also protects the tracking radar between the 2 cannons. The range of the tracking radar in this system is approximately 15 kilometers, and it provides search at the same time. The system carries a system for distinguishing the enemy from a friend and a system for controlling fire. Of course, one of the tasks of this artillery is to resist aircraft, in addition to providing fire support to the units while the vehicle of the system carries 2 cannons of 35 mm caliber, and the firing rate of these cannons is 550 firing per minute. The crew of the tank consists of 3 commander, driver and shooter. As for the body of the vehicle, it provides protection from small caliber artillery. While the tower provides protection from small arms and artillery shrapnel, the system carries a protection system from nuclear, chemical and biological effects. It can travel a distance of up to 55 kilometers and bypass water barriers without the need for additional equipment. The armored hay is very important for Ukraine as it can be used against Russian armored helicopters. But Ukraine may face a problem. Its complex electronic system, fire and radar systems may require high skills from the tank crew. According to military experts, training to use the Gibard requires approximately 6 months. We move from the Gibard tank and get to know the Skynex, which is a distinctive air defense system. Of course, the current wars revealed that it is not possible to confront mortar shells, artillery shells, or small lead planes using air defense systems. You only rely on anti-missile, simply because mortars, artillery, or small lead planes can bypass large air defense systems. As it approaches its targets with a low altitude and is distinguished by its speed relatively slow and small in size. Military experts searched for other ways to deal with